Yo, welcome back to the live stream. Going to be talking about Sony and Naughty Dog and how they're just in full-on self-destruct mode, destroying themselves right now over this game, The Last of Us Part 2. It's hard to watch, but we're going to get into it. All right, let's go. So, like usual, when I get into these kind of videos, I got a bunch of bullet points, and I'm going to be speaking freely from my mind because I feel like, you know, that's how I like to roll. So anyway, let's get into it, guys. Let's roll. Last of Us Part 2 leaks. No spoilers in this video whatsoever. No, none of that. We're just talking about the situation and everything that's happening. Right, so Sony and Naughty Dog, they've been taking down videos that contain no spoilers and do not discuss spoilers. Essentially like trying to censor the conversation, right? That's fucked, man. Do you get what I'm saying? They're just pretending it doesn't exist, right? So there are a few posts they've got up addressing it. Like, I don't have the images in this video. There are a few. Like, you know, Naughty Dog put up an official post like, oh, you know, it's a shame it's getting leaked. Please don't share it. We promise the game's going to be worth it, blah, 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 blah. If you've seen the leaks, then anyway, we'll see when it comes out. But yeah, like, not addressing the actual issue at hand, right? So that's what I mean by pretending it doesn't exist. Not dealing with the fact that fans are pissed at the story or the bad writing or any of that, and just deflecting. Do you get me? But I don't know if you're familiar, like big channels like Geeks and Gamers, right? Geeks and Gamers got flagged. He was in the middle of a live stream, and the live stream was titled something like Sony and Naughty Dog abusing copyright claim. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? To take down videos, and in the middle of his live stream, they fucking abused it and struck his video. So I'm pretty sure he's taking them to court. I don't know if you know about the Heels vs Babyface channel. He had some cool videos. Again, his shit got taken down. He's taking them to court, allegedly, like depending on what YouTube does. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what they've said. Like, if YouTube lets it go, it's cool, but a lot of these guys are ready to fight over this. Do you get what I'm saying? Mr. H Reviews also got wrecked. Yellow Flash got wrecked. A whole bunch of people got wrecked. And I even clicked on a video today. It had like 1,000 views on it. It said taken down by DMCA. So it seems like from big channels to small channels, a lot of these guys are getting copyright strikes. Like, they're not just getting their videos removed, they're getting actual strikes, which fuck your channel up. And if you get too many of those, your channel gets shut down. Do you get what I'm saying? Even I think in the appeal process, you're not allowed to drop videos or something, so it can be pretty rough. Do you get me? Again, this quote here on the screen, look, Neil Druckmann is calling fans homophobes if they don't like the game. Look at this quote, right? He's quoting Kurt Cobain, yeah? Not only is it outrageous to quote Kurt Cobain as if you're on the same shit as him, like, when you're fucking not, you're like a no level. But do you get what I mean? It's just a bit outrageous. Anyway, Kurt Cobain was a real gangster. Don't ever get these two people conflated, because Neil Druckmann and Kurt Cobain, I don't see no similarities. Anyway, let's go. He's got this quote. At this point, I have a request for our fans. If any of you in any way hate homosexuals, people of a different color, or women, please do this one favor for us. Leave us the fuck alone. Don't come to our shows and don't buy our records. Cool. Kurt Cobain said that in the 90s, right? Now Neil Druckmann's trying to say that shit in 2020. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Of course you're gonna have a percentage of people, right, that are gonna be bigoted or small-minded and racist and phobic or whatever and hate on your shit because it's different. That's life. There's always gonna be someone that hates on you because you're different, right? Get the fuck over that shit. Because I don't know, bro, 1,000 years ago people would have just murdered your whole shit because you were different. We got a civilization now where it's different like that. So just chill, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? People don't like your shit, fuck them, right? Fuck them. Now what I'm saying is there's a whole community of reasonable people making reasonable analytical shit about the leaks, talking about the leaks, their own opinions, just anything like that, right? And those criticisms, if you look across the board, heavily the criticisms are more to do with the way that the politics are forced into the game. But I don't even feel that the politics being forced into it would really do it. It's the way that the story comes across. When you look at it as a leak, the story comes across as cheap. It takes like things that when you get involved in a story, you get emotionally involved in it, right? Emotionally involved in a story. So you're playing with people's emotions now, right? Do you get what I mean? It's heavy like that. So it sounds silly, but it's real. Let me pop the pad and get that image back up nice and bright. But yeah, so you're taking things that people are emotionally connected to and then treating them in ways that people have said like are disrespectful. People said they feel betrayed. All of these kind of words people are using. So people trust in your company. They got a long relationship with your company. They got a long relationship with the games you make, right? And then you're taking one of their, some people, this is one of their fondest memories. A lot of people say this is their favorite game. I've seen tons of videos the past few days. People say the first one was their favorite game. And you're basically trashing that entire game, right? That's what people are pissed about, man. Like real people. Real people are not pissed that you've got trans in the game. I don't care if you got trans in the game. It's pretty trippy. I don't give a fuck. It would be cool. I play a fucking game. I'm running around as a trans. I'm killing motherfuckers and fighting zombies. That's lit. I'd be like, what the fuck? I've never seen a game like this in my life. But it's the way that you're treating the characters, the way that you're disrespecting the story. That's what people don't like. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like, yeah, like I was saying, just copywriting channels and all of that shit, copy striking people, and calling people bigots, like this tweet here, like the image you can see there, calling people bigots, homophobes, is absolutely ridiculous, bro. Is absolutely ridiculous. So what's that, Ted? Seems like Naughty Dog's solution to this is to slander people who they think hate minority groups rather than address the issues that are clearly evident with their flawed storytelling in this sequel. You know, I love having you in the chat, Ted. Every time you jump in the chat, you grab the entire video and you capsulize it in like one sentence. I'm gonna say that again. Seems like Naughty Dog's solution to this is to slander people who they think hate minority groups rather than address the issues that are clearly evident with their flawed storytelling in this sequel. Right? That hits the nail on the head. Let's go. What's the next point that I've got written down here? Yeah, like I said, Geeks and Gamers struck down in the middle of a spoiler-free stream. Completely spoiler-free. They're taking him to court over that, he says. Look here. Progressive politics and entertainment. The massive fan backlash, right? We got this is documented, bro. So, Captain Marvel, fan backlash. Like, Marvel movies, Marvel Universe was like one of the best fucking shit going. Had no bad words on it for like 10 years running, right? Captain Marvel, so much backlash. The Batwoman series, have a look at it. It's destroyed. It's got like, how much ratings? Like way less than 1 million, bro. More people watch YouTube videos than watch the fucking Batwoman show. The Ghostbusters show, Star Wars, right? You're talking about subverting expectations. Subverting expectations is good when it's done well, right? There are mad instances of where expectations are subverted. You play a game, you watch a film, and you're shocked. You're like, oh shit, I never knew that was gonna happen, right? But you want it to be something that the audience enjoys. You shouldn't be like, oh, we're gonna subvert your expectations just to fuck you off. Like, what's the point? I'm leaving the cinema, I'm in a bad mood. Anyway, you see this progressive politics and entertainment, it doesn't go well, right? I got this example. It's like selling like minimalist modern art at a WrestleMania show or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like selling books about how to play Beethoven symphonies on a piano at fucking WrestleMania or some shit. No one gives a fuck what you're selling. When you're trying to sell something, you need to be aware of who your audience is. Look at your audience. Do you get what I mean? Even if you're into it doesn't matter how you feel at that point. You have to use your creativity to give something that the audience will enjoy. Like, for example, I make music. I'm a musician, right? The way I feel that it relates to me is it's like, there's stuff that I like to listen to and stuff that I enjoy. And then I know that not everyone else is going to enjoy that. So there's points where the stuff that I like takes a back seat so that I can deliver something for the listener, right? And I think in this game, they've completely failed to do that. You can see that all of their opinions, emotions, all the things they care about have gone front seat, and the game itself has suffered because of it. Everyone that's worked on the game, I mean, all of these employees that are waiting on their bonuses, if the game doesn't sell well, they're not going to get as big a bonus. So, you know, and apparently they've been overworked and slaved out, which we're going to get into. But this whole thing is, yes, it's pretty rough. All right. The issue is not feminism. The issue is bad writing. Female heroes are cool. Aloy, Lara Croft, Bayonetta, Lightning. That's Final Fantasy, right? If you're a little kid, like I put Peppa Pig in here because I got 2 sons and they both like Peppa Pig. No issue. They love watching Peppa Pig. Jill Valentine, Claire Redfield, Senua, yeah, A2 and 2B, right? All of these are sick female characters, dope, strong female characters. I'm a man, I'm a straight man, right? I love playing those games. All of those characters are cool and I really enjoy those games. I think they're fucking tight, right? So the issue for me is not that I'm playing as females. I don't care that there's lesbians in the game. I don't care that there's trans in the game. Another thing I wanted to point out, like, video games are a hyper stylized art form, like comic books and stuff like that. Like, characters are often exaggerated to appear like ideal forms or superhuman. Yeah, examples of male heroes that exist today that follow this example is like Kratos from God of War. You got Ryu from Street Fighter, Goku, Spider-Man, Batman. Basically every male Tekken character. If you're familiar with Tekken 7 and you see what the guy's looking at, they're all fucking jacked and naked. You get what I'm saying? Dante from Devil May Cry. These are all like hyper stylized, exaggerated, you know, images of a man. Do you get what I'm saying? And me as a man, I don't fucking go and play as Ryu and then get offended because Ryu's like 10 times the size. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck, man. It's a fantasy adventure setting, and I don't need to project my own insecurities onto that. In fact, I'd rather the game completely break free of all of those insecurities and all of those weird fucking trappings so that I can escape. Do you know what I'm saying? And really enjoy the game and be immersed. Anyway, like I was saying, that homophobic line doesn't work on me. I got no phobias. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that shit is trash. So if you're coming with that angle, I laugh at you, bro. Like, please, that's ridiculous, right? But you see, like, with all of this SJW stuff, the amount of negativity that it has, it carries in the gaming community. You see, like, as gamers, fans of comics, fans of movies, we've been getting hit so heavy by this SJW agenda, this progressive agenda in recent years. Like I was saying, Star Wars, Ghostbusters, even like Tomb Raider. The new Lara Croft games are cool, but Tomb Raider's been, you know, Lara Croft's not who she used to be. Do you get what I'm saying? All of those series, it's built up a big negative feeling in the community where we're almost ready for it, right? It's not like you're the first one out the gate. We see this shit coming now. We're ready for it. And as soon as it comes, we all cancel it because we don't want it in our entertainment, right? So the amount of negativity that this carries in the community, it's already, that's in my opinion, it's already wrecked Naughty Dog's reputation. Like, wrecked it almost completely, bro. Like, I'm not even a big fan of Naughty Dog. I never played Uncharted. I'm a big fan of Crash Bandicoot and like older Naughty Dog games. Last of Us 1 was tight, but the way that I've always heard them be spoken about online, in videos, etc., is that Naughty Dog is like the pinnacle example of top tier gaming in the West. They make the most developed games. Their stories are meant to be the best. Everything about Naughty Dog is that they're meant to be the best, right? I might get the name wrong because I haven't written it. I think it's Amy Hennig. I've seen reports that basically she's responsible for a lot of that shit, and she got pushed out of the company by Neil Druckmann because she didn't want to toe this progressive line. But anyway, yeah, Naughty Dog's shit, their reputation's wrecked off of this in like 2 days. In like the past 2 days, if you look up Naughty Dog, everyone's just saying they're wrecked. And I feel like Sony is gonna follow if they're not careful, right? Sony's in a really good position right now, and I don't think they should be taking this angle of fighting the community that they've got. So, like, the community's got a lot of love for PlayStation and Sony right now. Like, not everyone, but those that are in the PlayStation community, a lot of people think Sony have got it right now. So they need to be careful and not wreck themselves. Look, I mean, the reports of the employees being mistreated at Naughty Dog and not receiving their bonuses early during the pandemic, despite the higher ups receiving their bonuses early, like, that doesn't sound very inclusive. And I'm like, how ironic is that? Do you know what I mean? That's not inclusive at all. So this is not necessarily fact. We haven't got it, you know, like, certified that this is true, but there's reports at the minute that basically the reason why this happened is not one employee leaking this. It's a whole group of employees that have decided together they're gonna leak it. Supposedly the reason is, obviously, you know where we are, summer 2020, pandemic, everyone's on isolation, no one can get money. So a lot of the devs, you know, game's been delayed how many times? A lot of these devs that have been under what's been reported to be like a horrendous crunch, like one of the worst crunches in history or whatever, under this game, under the game shit. These guys that have been working balls to the walls in their houses, maybe with their kids there, with their families there, stressed out because of the world situation, doing crazy hours. A lot of these guys are asking for money. Do you get what I'm saying? Yo, Ruthless Gaming, what you saying, bro? You on the YouTube? I gotta keep this rolling just because it's meant to be like a tight video, but if you pull it to the beginning, you'll catch the whole story. Just to recap, basically, Naughty Dog are fucking themselves. They're killing their reputation online. You see this post on the screen? That's like the director of The Last of Us 2. I think he's like a real top dog at Naughty Dog. He might even be president. He's calling us homosexuals because we don't like the game. Anyway, let me get back on what I was saying. Yeah, so the staff, they haven't been getting paid, bro. Oh yeah, welcome to the stream, you guys. I appreciate you. But yeah, they haven't been getting paid, supposedly, according to this thing. And the idea that the higher ups, as in Neil and other people that are like executives at the company, they requested their bonuses early and they've been paid, right? And it was at this point that the devs who are crunching these crazy hours, doing all the heavy lifting, not getting paid during this pandemic occasion, right? Why would you not do that? That's fucking stupid, bro. But yeah, those are the guys that leaked it. So even me, like, I was thinking, you know, I might still buy the game, I might still play the game just so that you know, it's good for the stream, maybe help the channel grow. You know, I'm sure there'll be people watching it, memeing it or whatever. But at this point as well, I don't know if I even want to support the game because of what's coming out about the business practices and the way that they're treating people over at those companies. It sounds fucked. And again, like I said, saying that the reason why your stories are like this is because you're promoting inclusivity, but then you're in your team, only a handful of people are getting paid. That's not very inclusive, and it sounds like you're a hypocrite on a human level. Protect your staff and they will protect you, right? That's my next bullet point. If you roll with people that have got sensitive information about you, what benefit is it to you to fuck those people up? An NDA means nothing, bro. People talking about these the end of days and you're thinking NDA is gonna protect you. People need food and stuff in their house right now, man. And these people that have broken their backs to make this game, that's what I'm saying. If you protect them, they'll protect you. If you don't take care of your workers, they won't look after you. Even in the Art of War, I read that shit, yeah. In Art of War, Sun Tzu says I'm gonna like translate it right to my language, but he basically says like, if your soldiers are well fed and taken care of and well rested, when you see them, they stand strong and they hold their weapons, and you be intimidated when you see those soldiers because they're looked after. If you don't look after your soldiers and your soldiers are tired, they're gonna be leaning on their weapons, hanging on the battlefield, looking like some lazy bitches. So that's what I mean. If you take care of your people, they take care of you. It's simple human, you know, universal laws. Watch this bullet point. The amount of inclusivity as the game has now led many fans to feel completely excluded. Ha! Many people don't even want to play the game, feel like the game was not made for them, or feel like the game is personally insulting them. Or, I mean, imagine how, you know, devout, I don't even want to get too political in this shit, but imagine how a devout Christian could potentially feel playing this, knowing that this is slight spoiler, but I'm pretty sure it's been out already. So, you know, but one of the main antagonists, or one of the antagonists in the game, is a homophobic Christian cult that hunts down gays and murders gays. Like, now imagine you as someone that's really devoutly Christian and loves Christianity or whatever, but you just like games and you want to play it, and they're fucking shoving, like, that's a bit heavy, man. Do you get what I mean? They're gonna feel excluded. So you're trying to be so inclusive that you've ended up excluding a large amount of people, which I think is a shame. And like this, look, I'm gonna show you another image now, yeah? Look at this bullet point. Druckmann is reposting messages from bigots while taking down legitimate content talking about the situation, right? So I'm gonna show you this, which I got off this motherfucker's Instagram, yeah? Look here. So you see that same post I showed you where he's calling us homophobes? Look here. One of his fans, I had to bleak out some of these words because they're rough, but look, what a stupid fucking, this is racist by the way, what a stupid fucking rat. Thanks for saving me some good cash, and God bless the guy who leaked it all. Get fucked, liberal C word. Right? And what's Druckmann done? Reposted it and then said, good morning to you too. Like, he's enjoying it. Do you get what I mean? When you're into psychology, you gotta be aware, some people love this shit. Like, they love arguing and being petty and being on some bullshit. Now my angle is, you've got well structured, well thought out critiques, commentary, all kinds of interesting content on YouTube right now, people reacting to this, yeah? Obviously, like I said earlier in the video, there's always bigots, there's always people that don't like you because you're different, and you have to get over that shit, right? But ignoring those fucking stupid fucks, because they're gonna be stupid till the day they die or the day they wake up, so you can't worry yourself about that. All of the other people on the other side, all these reasonable, well thought out arguments, you're ignoring them, striking them down, like taking legal action against them. Like people that are actually making fair comments, you're taking legal action against them, and you're promoting shit like this racist, fucking bigoted message, right? And you're promoting that, saying good morning to YouTube. That's not the only one he's reposted. But my point is, you're cherry picking the most fucking, you're cherry picking bigoted messages to repost to suit your narrative that the reason we don't like your game is because we're bigots. And that's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous. Hear what I'm saying again, yeah? Look at the time we're in. Summer 2020. Everyone's in their house. We all want to feel connected. We all want to feel some kind of energy and love. A lot of people are looking to things like games, movies, anything that's coming out. That's like stuff they're looking to. Some people have been looking to this for 6 years. But what I'm saying is, if you're locked in, you're going to, like Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I was looking forward to that so much. And when I got it in my house, I was like over the moon because of the situation and how little things, those little joys can mean a lot in these times, right? The feeling of a success or feeling a part of something. And instead of bringing the community together or reacting to this in a way that builds some kind of conversation, right, to keep the community as a whole, he's reposting goofy shit like this and spreading the idea of fracture. He's spreading, he's talking about inclusivity, but by reposting stuff like this, you're promoting bigotry, bro. And then you're misinformation in everyone, because you're trying to give the impression to your audience that the reactions are bigoted. Remember, a lot of people are avoiding the spoilers right now, right? So all they've got to go on is this bullshit. Anyway, I can't take looking at stuff like that and seeing how, in these times where we need to be coming together, this piece of shit is out here promoting the concept that, we should all be arguing, we should all be different, we should all be separate. That shit is fucking stupid, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna get that off the screen. Let's go back to this one. On to the next one. Great games like Horizon. We're on to Sony now. We're not even getting onto Drunkman no more. We're talking about Sony. Great games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Neo 1, Senua's Sacrifice, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Nier Automata, RE7, right? These are all kind of recent, right? Bloodborne's a little bit older, but these are all relatively recent, and they've all been received extremely well, right? Leaks also received well. Any of those games, Nier Automata, the entire fucking game, like the whole game was on YouTube like a week before the game came out, because it released in another country early. I didn't even want to buy the game. I watched those leaks and that inspired me to buy the game. So that's how leaks can have a positive effect on your sales. You understand what I'm saying? All of those games received well. If they had leaks, motherfuckers was happy. I didn't even put Spider-Man in there, but Spider-Man received well. The only complaint was the fucking puddles, and everyone loved it. So even other games that are more controversial, like Death Stranding, right, that have a less support overall, they still received a decent amount of support from like their cult fan base. There was like cult fan bases that supported it. Even though the larger audience was like, fuck it, their core fan base held it down. What's that, Ted? You think Neil knows they screwed up, but admitting it will probably get him cancelled by the Twitter outrage mob. There's no way in hell they'll do this with their next game if this one flops in sales. That's what I'm saying. That's why as much as I want to buy the game, I almost don't want to buy the game. Because I feel like, let me get that image back up. I feel like I don't want to promote the concept of slaving people out and not paying them and not looking after people during pandemic. And also, yeah, like you said, I don't want to promote the idea of pushing divisive politics in games that just drag people apart, separate people apart, and give us reasons to argue. Like, if any of you just jumping in the stream now, like I said earlier, I could give a fuck less about any of the progressive shit. I said the concept of playing a game as a trans woman in the future, fighting zombies and shit, is fucking sick. There's no game. Find me a game now where you can play as a fucking trans, fucking up zombies in the future. That is sick, bro. You know how many people would play that to get it on their channel? Do you get what I'm saying? No one cares about the progressiveness, right? What people are pissed about is the trash fucking quality of the story. Some people as well also pissed, like I'm saying, about the treatment of the human beings that made this game. Like the concept that there's a pandemic on right now. This game would have gone out, we all would have potentially bought it, been playing it, and those same people that slaved out to give us this supposed masterpiece of a game, right, would still not be paid. That's outrageous, bro. Absolutely outrageous. And that's the kind of shit that makes me think we shouldn't be supporting this. Do you get what I'm saying? It's fucked up, man. All right, cool. So as I was saying, all of those games I listed a minute ago, they all were received extremely well. Like Sony's like 10 for 10 right now. Like it's dropped back-to-back hits. Like it's been dropping hits, bro. Mad exclusives as well, hits, yeah? Right? This year we were expecting a stacked year of games, right? Isolation's got everyone looking for some joy. So far, the Resident Evil 3 remake and the Final Fantasy 7 remake have not been received as well as we might have expected. Do you get me? Like both games drew a bit of criticism. They're not shit games, they're both top tier games. But Resident Evil 3, a lot of people said they were disappointed because it was short, etc., not as good as the last one. FF7, a lot of the community was upset because the story changes, blah 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 blah, etc. So they weren't bad games, but they weren't like 10 for 10s. Do you get what I'm saying? They weren't quite hitting the mark in the way that we were hoping they would have, right? That's how I interpreted them, right? And now The Last of Us 2 looks like this might be the biggest gaming disappointment of the year so far. Maybe the biggest gaming disappointment in like 5 years, 10 years, like massive disappointment in gaming, right? And these are random things, not all of them make sense, but look, instead of delaying the game further to make changes, which in my opinion that might have been what Sony's plan was, you know, where they delayed the game indefinitely. I'm thinking maybe Naughty Dog, because if you trust your employees, say you're Sony, you're gonna trust Naughty Dog to give you a real fucking dope project, right? Naughty Dog's been giving you dope projects year after year, so if you're Sony, you're gonna be trusting them. You might not be watching in on them every minute. You might be watching PlayStation 5. You might have your fucking hands busy, right? And now Naughty Dog's rocked up and said, "Hey, bro, here's the final game. Take a look." Sony's had a look at it and said, "Are you fucking crazy? Do you know how much money we invested in this game? And you give us this piece of shit? You're gonna fucking delay this shit indefinitely and fucking fix it, because we're not releasing this piece of shit under our name as an exclusive." Go remember, these are exclusives. Yo, Tyrone Summer, the killer of SJW Scum, we need you, bro. Come and slay these motherfuckers. It's time. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, the level of disappointment. I wouldn't be surprised if the initial delay was because Sony was busy and didn't keep an eye on Naughty Dog. And when they saw the final game, Sony was like, "Bro, this is fucking trash. You need to go back to the drawing board and you need to fix this. We're giving you an indefinite delay. Here's more money. Fucking fix it," right? I wouldn't be surprised if Sony did that. I'm not saying that's what it was, but that's one possibility, right? Another thing that they could do is you could promote something else as a distraction, right? Like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the trailer came out yesterday. Was that a coincidence? I don't think so. But my point is that, I mean, that's an Xbox thing, so maybe they're just trolling. But my point is, Sony's got a lot of things rolling. You got Cyberpunk, Ghost of Tsushima, you got other stuff. You need to hit those guys up and try and get some kind of distraction, because you could just start promoting other things, right? Instead of actively attacking the community. Right? Instead of doing that, instead of either changing the game or giving us something else to keep us entertained, Sony and Naughty Dog are actively attacking the community. Copy striking videos that contain no fucking spoilers, right? People taking Sony to court. People want to take Naughty Dog to court. Neil Druckmann's on the internet calling us homophobes, racist, transphobes, right? And you got fucking images like this. Wait, where is it? You got shit like this, people calling him racist words, get fucked liberal, right? And all of this is because we don't enjoy the dumpster fire that is The Last of Us 2 leaked story. Like, how is that your reaction? Bro, say this beat that's playing in the background, or say I make a song tomorrow, I play it to someone and they're like, "Bro, your song's trash." What do you think I'm gonna do? Fucking take them to court and call them a racist and a whole bunch? I'm gonna be like, "Fuck it, you don't like it? Cool, nice one, bro. What didn't you like about it? How can I improve? What do you like?" Like, the reaction is destroying. Like I said, Sony has a really good reputation, right? Now, Naughty Dog up until a few days ago had a really big, really good reputation. And like I'm saying, bro, this reaction is destroying your reputation. The leaks that are coming out, destroying your reputation, bro. Your kid likes playing Batman, Arkham Knight. You teach him how to play it slowly. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Batman's a real hero, bro. When you look at Batman, he's over masculine. He's a masculine, real gangster motherfucker, right? And when you play that game as a man, do you feel insulted that he doesn't look more like you? No, you fucking don't, bro. When I watch Captain America, I'm not pissed that he's white. When I watch Blade, I don't give a fuck that he's black. I'm just like, these fucking characters are sick. Tell me a story. No one gives a fuck. And anyway, to cap that point off before I ramble on, look, man, no one likes the dumpster fire that is The Last of Us Part 2 leaked story. And I say leaked story because the final game could be different, but the leaked story is trash and no one likes it. Sony and Naughty Dog's reaction can't be to continue attacking us, copy striking people. I got videos up on this right now. I'm wondering if I need to take them down because I don't want to get the channel copy struck. We just got rolling, man. Race don't matter if the character's cool. It's irrelevant, right? Sexuality also doesn't matter if the character's cool. I was playing Streets of Rage yesterday on the stream, right? Mad diverse. Power Rangers, mad diverse. Look at the original Power Rangers set. You got someone from every fucking culture, man. And no one talks about if they're gay, straight, bi, whatever, because no one gives a fuck, because it doesn't push the story forward. It's not relevant to the story, right? And my point is, you could make stories about drama. You could make relationship-based stories. You could make stories about any of this shit you want to push, this progressive agenda, but you gotta make a story that suits it, man. What if you did a choice-based game, like a decision-based driven game, right? Where you make choices like a Heavy Rain or something, but it's about relationships, it's about, you know, growing up as a trans, it's about being a lesbian, it's about being gay in society, all of that. There's all kind of games and angles you could explore telling those stories as games. But fucking forcing them into this game about the end of the world zombie apocalypse shit is fucking stupid, man. It's so stupid. And it's so ridiculous that it becomes disrespectful to the people that it's meant to be supporting, right? Like when they made Captain America black for like 6 months and then made him white again. And it's like, what were you doing? You're just checking fan reaction? Like when they make James Bond into a black woman. What the fuck are you doing, man? James Bond's been like a white man for like a long time. He's in books, bro. He's in books where he's described as a white man. So why is he not a black woman? If you want to give me a cool black woman character, make a cool black woman character. Make it fucking cool. You got all the money and all the opportunity in the world right now, and everyone's pushing you to be diverse. So how about you be diverse and make a fucking new, sick fucking character, man? Instead of just being fucking stupid and recycling old people's shit and then expecting people to like it. Ruthless Gaming says, I don't think anyone cares what the guy you playing with looks like so long as the game is good and it's got a good storyline. Ruthless Gaming's hit the nail on the head. People are not as small-minded as they're making out. It's just like this guy, like I'm saying, reposting these bigoted messages to paint the picture that the reaction is bigoted. No. There's always going to be bigots. There's always going to be a handful of stupid people in the world, right, who are just small-minded. But the majority of people are not that. Nico Bellic from GTA 4. Come on, man. GTA sick. You play as white guy one game, black guy next game, Eastern European guy next game, an American dude. Like, they don't give a fuck, man. They don't give a fuck. And that's what I'm saying. Diversity's never been a problem. It only became a problem when these guys started trying to force it in. No one would have noticed diversity happening if it just happened naturally, but the fact that you forced it in and then started calling people racist is ridiculous. Alright, I got 2 last points before we cut it. Please, Sony, sort it out, get it together. Take care of your employees. Do an inquiry at Naughty Dog to find out what happened over there. Let the employees speak out so we can clarify what happened with the rumors, right? Because this like it sounds like some really savage shit happened to the people working on this game. Don't do what Lucasfilm and so many others have done by alienating your audience to pursue ideological goals. You're destroying your creativity before it begins. Now I want to go on that. You destroy your creativity before it begins. Anytime you're making any kind of art, like you're making music, film, anime, whatever the fuck you're making, right? If you have some kind of like fucking thing, like I'm gonna use fighting games even as an example. When you're playing fighting games, you have to be creative to defeat your enemy, right? If you've ever played a fighting game, I'm sure you've had that feeling of if you play just freely, if you just play the game freely, you fucking wreck the game. If there's like one move and you keep trying to pull off the same move and you keep trying to pull it off, it doesn't work and you get destroyed, right? That's my point. If you're trying to make a film about the end of the world or a game about the end of the world, make a game about the end of the world, right? And that's gonna boost your creativity. You're gonna come up with this amazing world, right? This whole story. And at that point, any of your ideological ideas, they're gonna go into it slowly. They'll just be in there littered around because you created it. Those are your beliefs. Your beliefs are going to be in what you create. But if you drown it, if you drown your creativity with your ego, right? And things that you think people should think and stuff like that, you're going to destroy your creativity before it's even begun. Before it's even begun, bro. You can't do the same shit every time. You have to learn and adapt in a fighting game. And that's my point. Like with these guys, if you keep, look, they haven't adapted. How many times have they fucking done this? How many times have you pushed the progressive agenda so heavily and forced it so much into the product that the reaction has been, fuck you, fuck your product, no support from us OG fans, right? And that's my point with the fighting game. If you keep trying to do the same move and it's not working, you get fucking wrecked. You gotta move and adapt. Like Bruce Lee says, like, be like water. These lot are not being water, bro. They are not being water, and they're not handling this very well. I tell you that for free. On to the very last point. We hit a good half hour on this. Very last point before we cut. Don't let the PS3 cycle repeat itself, please. The PS4 is the best console since the PS2, in my opinion. I'm a PlayStation guy, so forgive me. I never played the Xbox. I know Xbox One was sick, so do you hear me? But in my opinion, from my experiences, this is the best console since PS2. Don't let your hubris and don't let this social politics get you wrecked in the next gen. Don't let the PS5 be shit. Don't make the PS5 have a bunch of bullshit games like this, full of fucking politics and whack shit that we don't want. Give us gameplay, tight gameplay, cool cutscenes, fucking emotional gangster shit like you've always done. Don't give us any more bullshit like fucking this, right? Get this shit out of here. And I think the last thing I'm gonna say before I cut is, bros, I grew up in the 90s, right? Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3, right? I got fucking godmother, yeah, who's a lesbian, yeah? So I'm a little kid playing Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 with like my lesbian auntie in the 90s, right? She loved Lara Croft. I loved Lara Croft. That shit was fucking sick. Now imagine I played Tomb Raider 2 and some misogynistic man pulls up on Lara, fucking kicks the shit out of her, breaks her arm, kills her, and then I have to fucking, bro, I'm getting into spoiler. So look, spoiler, everybody. Spoiler, motherfucker, yeah? Because I'm metaphoring now. But if you can put 2 and 2 together, we spoilering, right? Imagine if as a kid I played Tomb Raider 2 and some misogynistic, muscle-bound guy pulled up on Lara, kicks the shit out of her, fucking murders her and shit, and then I start playing as this misogynistic piece of shit. I pull up on fucking hunt down Lara's butler at the end of the game. Final boss is Lara's butler. As I'm killing him, he's like, stop, my wife's pregnant. And then this misogynistic piece of shit pulls up on the pregnant wife like, I'll kill her too. You think you still have a fucking franchise after that? For Tomb Raider? You think Tomb Raider still is a franchise after that? Anyway, I said that was the last point, but I lied. The very last point is this. I want to get behind Abby. I want to play a game. I saw the trailer. With Abby getting hung, and I thought it looked fucking tight. I was really interested and really hyped. But the fact that, this is spoiler by the way, so if you don't want to hear it, you better run. Why would I ever want to play a game as a character? You know, in the one of the final cutscenes, yeah, this character Abby has got this fucking innocent chick, basically knife to her. She just smashed her face in the floor, right? And she's got a knife to her throat, and this innocent woman's pregnant, right? So the character that I play as, right, final boss, you know, like God of War, final boss, you're kicking the shit out of Boulder and you're fucking up that giant, and you're like, yeah, this guy can take it, I'm gonna fuck him up. Bro, the final boss of this game is like a fucking man, basically, though, it looks like a man kicking the shit out of fucking these two motherfuckers, and a pregnant woman gets the shit kicked out of her in like one of the final cutscenes of the game, and she's gonna kill her, and motherfuckers is like, bro, what are you doing? That woman's pregnant, don't you know? And she's like, good, I'm gonna kill her twice now, motherfucker. That's absolutely disgusting. Just saying it is disgusting, bro. The idea that anyone would want to play as this character, right? That anyone would want to play as this character that's happy to murder a fucking pregnant woman. Anyway, fuck this game. Fuck Naughty Dog. I hope they get rid of whoever put this shit forward and they get someone else back in charge. Where's my controller? I hope that Amy Hennig chick gets her fucking her shit back on. Maybe she can get some. Maybe she's laughing at these motherfuckers right now. And yeah, Sony, please sort your shit out. Don't fall down this rabbit hole. Don't destroy your reputation to defend this game or to defend this company. Focus on what matters. Make some gangster games, because you've had it 10 for 10 for a minute now. Alright guys, I've been rambling for the last 5 or 10, but that's fair. It's a good video. I love you guys. Thank you for jumping in the chat. What's that? Tyrone, remember making Butler stuck in fridge? Yeah, I remember that shit, bro. You're a real OG. You remember the old school Tomb Raider, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yep. Peace out to all those motherfuckers. Let the soy consume. Bro, you know who I really feel bad for? You know what, bro? I'm going to do one more thing while we're here. I don't give a fuck. One last thing. One last fucking thing we're going to show you guys before we roll. I had half a mind to put it in, but we're doing it now, because if the video's gone on this long, we might as well. I want to show you how much love people have for this art, right? Can you see this image? Can you see this image on the screen right now? I'm going to drag it over here. Right? Let me make it a little smaller. Can you see this? Right? My handmade, life-sized bust of Joe. A 4-month ongoing project of mine. 2 days ago. And I screenshotted this about 2 days ago. So this is posted like 4 days ago. This is how much people love this character, man. This is how much people love this character. This is the level of emotional impact the art of the first game has had on its players. And I don't know if you've seen the spoilers, but if you know what they do to this character in this game for the sake of progressive bullshit, right? Games are art, man. Anything that you create is art. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a stick drawing or a fucking painting in the Vatican or whatever, it's art. And it has an emotional impact on the fucking person that's absorbing that art. Whoever's engaging with that piece of art is meant to I'm gonna use Yoko Taro. I think his name Yoko Taro, the guy that makes Nier Automata. He said in an interview, because he makes these really emotional, impactful games. He said in the game, he said everything in his game is secondary, right, to his main point. His primary focus when he makes a game is that the person playing the game should have an emotional reaction, right? He said the gameplay, the story, the characters, everything in his game is secondary to making sure that you have like a good emotional reaction while you're playing his game. You with me? Because he's aware of the power of art and creativity and what it has on the people that interact with it. And look at this, man. I'm gonna use my hand. Where is it? Oh, look at this fucking thing, bro. Look at it. It's like a work. This is a work of art. Look at the detail. And this person is sitting at home right now, probably hiding from spoilers, excited to play the game. Fuck you, Neil Druckmann. Fuck Naughty Dog. Fuck subverting expectations. Fuck the progressive agenda. It looks really good, bro. It looks really good, bro. And after this person plays the game, I wonder if they're gonna do to this the same thing that they do to the motherfucking character in that game, bro. Cause it's rough. Anyway, this was a lit one. I'm having a good, I don't want you guys to think I'm down. I'm fucking having a good time. I just thought I'd report on this and talk about it because it's interesting and it's blowing up YouTube right now. Anyway, I'll be back on in a minute, probably with some Streets of Rage 4 or some other lit shit. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves, guys. Peace.
Nothing but money on my mind. She says she love me, love is blind. She ride it up and down and then rewind. When we fuck, it gets better every time. I got 2 bad bitches by my side. I tell my ops don't even try. Anytime I lift, I let it fly. Come down and put 2 spirits in the sky. Hit your block and put some spirits on the floor. Niggas know I got a lot, but I need more. Nowadays, all my guap is kept offshore. Stash box, I got a couple keys of raw. Whoa, the weed is Arabian, burning it down like a Sabian. I'm coming down to the stadium. I'm coming down to the stadiums, rolling with angels and aliens. She take it straight to the face, laughing all of the way to the bank. Pardon, I take it straight to the face, pull up and parking. Jump out the spaceship, step over your carcass. When you look around, you see killers and carnage. My niggas is Martians, yeah, we live and die by the stardom. Even when we're in the darkness, you know we stay lit regardless. All of your bitches, they love me, all of your hatred is harmless. Only the gods can judge me, yeah. Even when we're in the darkness, you know we stay lit regardless. All of your bitches, they love me, all of your hating is harmless.